What's up, all my bad bitches? It's your girl Yaz, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to the channel, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on your post notification bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. And if you're returning, girl, you already know I missed you, bitch. What's good? What's up? If you've already watched part 1 of my FFS video, this is going to be part 2. If you haven't watched part 1, it should be up here somewhere that you could go ahead and look. With this video, I pretty much wanted to just give you guys a rundown of just unanswered questions that I may not have answered or missed in the video, but I would recommend you watch part 1 to go ahead and just see my process. I do have a list of things that I want to go over on my phone, so I'm just gonna go ahead and, you know, pretty much read those off. So you should know what I've gotten done in the video. I pretty much told you guys that I got hairline shave, brow bone shave, brow lift on this eye only, or was it this eye? One eye only, because she felt like one was already lifted. I didn't do anything to my nose. I got cheek implants. I got a chin reconstruction and a jaw shave, and I did get lipo on my chin as well. I'm thinking about going in and getting like a revision because I do want to fill out my under eye. Ever since I've gotten the cheek implants, it made my eyes look a little hollow, and I've already suffered from like dark circles under my eyes. So now it's because of like the projection in my cheeks now, it just kind of made everything look extremely more prominent in regards to the dark circles under my eyes. So I want to get fat grafting to my eyes to fill those out. I do want to lift my eyes just a little bit more, and I am thinking about getting a lip lift or getting fat grafting to my lips to make them a little bit more fuller. I did go to Dr. Elder Fisher. She is in the Raleigh area. She's associated with Duke Health. So if you are in the Raleigh area, or if you are even thinking about traveling, I do recommend probably traveling. And even going to see her. I think she did a good job. I pretty much let her use her own suggestions essentially, and let her go with the flow of what she think I should get done. I did talk to her about, of course, not wanting things to be like too dramatic. I still wanted to look like myself. I didn't want to look completely different, but she pretty much told me exactly what I needed to get done. If you remember watching the first part 1 of the video, you'll see that she was basically saying, like, I was like, hey, what about my lips? She's like, no, I don't think you need that. You have perfect lips. You have this, like, you know. And I'm so glad that I was scared at first, but I'm so glad that I listened to her and I allowed her to pretty much take control. Because you have gender dysphoria, other people may not, like, what you see other people may not see, and you may fix something that don't necessarily need to be fixed because you're, you know, sometimes you just don't need it. And it's good to kind of just hear her perspective, and also I'm just glad I let her essentially just kind of take the lead and everything. I did pay pretty much through insurance. If you have insurance, well, not only if you have insurance, but if you have pretty much gender affirming care, if that is really supported by your insurance, I recommend going through your insurance, because the surgery without my insurance, it would have been like $300,000. So yeah, I think I only paid like my out-of-pocket maximum essentially to get my surgery done. Everything else was covered by insurance. You do have the option to go ahead and get either the full facial feminization from top to bottom, or you can start with the bottom first and then finish the top later, or you can start with the top first and finish the bottom later. And surgery was about 8 hours. I was telling people that surgery was going to be like 4 hours maximum, and I was literally in the operating room for like 8 hours, and I had everyone worried. So just keep that in mind as well, that surgery is going to be long. It's a very, very invasive and extensive surgery, so just be mindful of that. I'm gonna try to make this quick because my camera is dying. I really want to just get this out to you guys. You will need an elevated pillow. That is something that you would definitely need, or a wedge pillow. I was using like a whole bunch of basically a whole bunch of pillows, and that was not comfortable, because after a while, if you're sleeping on them constantly, the fluffiness of the pillow kind of wears out, and it just wasn't. I advise a wedge pillow. You can get them on Amazon or anything like that. That would be your best friend, because you have to sleep elevated for about 2 months, and that's the only way that you will be able to sleep comfortably, just to be honest. I got shades. I would recommend people to also get shades just in case. After my surgery, I was very sensitive to light, to sunlight, any light inside the house or anything. I was very sensitive to, so it got to a point where I was wearing shades like literally inside the house, because I was just very sensitive to the light. So I would recommend definitely getting like some shades just so you can wear around the house. things of that nature. Invest in a headband wig, a glueless wig, or even a bang wig, which is probably what I would recommend. When you get your FFS in, especially if you get like the hairline enhancement, you're not going to be able to expose your scar to light for a very, very long time. And I still can't even expose it to light unless I'm wearing like heavy sunscreen, just because your scar could get darker and then it'll just start looking weird, and that's not what you want. So, and also get your hair done in like plaits or something like that. If you've seen in my part 1, I had my hair like in a like afro. I didn't do my hair or nothing like that. I didn't realize how long it would be before I was able to get my hair done. So I wish I would have put my hair into plaits or either some very light tension cornrows, just so I could be able to put like on a wig, a headband wig or something like that, so I could feel confident and look a little bit presentable when I was out like running errands and things of that nature when I didn't have my mom. Which brings me to my mom. Thank you so much. Without my mom, I don't think I would have been able to get through that first week. She really made that healing process, that first week and a half, 2 weeks, she made that like the best. I swear, like, I'm so glad that she was by my side during that process, because I don't know what I would have done. Please try to have someone, a friend that you trust, a family member that's willing to stay that long. If you need to let them know in advance so they can take off work or whatever the case may be. Just have someone by you, because you're gonna need someone. I don't think this is just a surgery that you'll be able to get through yourself, especially for the first 2 weeks. You're going to need someone, or even a caregiver, somebody. You need somebody by your side to help you through this process. Be prepared to not eat for about like 2 weeks. I would say like literally I could not open my mouth. My jaw was pretty much shut. For the first week, I was only on nothing but like liquid food. So I was just eating chicken broth and drinking water for like the first week, 2 weeks. Then I was able to move to soft foods, because I was able to move my jaw a little bit more and kind of digest things a little bit more. So then like I'll say like week 3 and 4, I was eating like mashed potatoes, cooked spinach, sauteed spinach, onions, applesauce, ice cream, things of that nature. That's all that you'll pretty much be able to eat. So just be prepared for that. And it allowed me to also lose weight. I mean, if you're in the business of wanting to lose weight, then this surgery inevitably will make you lose weight, because I lost like 10-15 pounds. Sorry y'all, my camera died, but I'm back. Yeah, I'll say like in the first month of healing, I lost about like 10 or 15 pounds. So just be prepared for that. You also won't be able to eat like anything sweet. So because like when they go in and do the cheek implants and everything, you will have like incisions in like the bottom of your mouth and in the roof of your mouth. They don't want you to eat anything sweet. You're also going to have a mouthwash that you're going to want to rinse your mouth out with every time that you eat, which also gets kind of annoying, because they don't want anything to get trapped in like your incisions or any wound areas to cause any infections. Also, you'll want to like get straws and stuff like that. That is something that I wasn't prepared for either, but luckily I have my mom and everything. And these are things that I'm just saying that you'll want to get just to pretty much like prevent like, you know, store runs, things of that nature, so that as soon as you get out of surgery, you'll pretty much have everything, especially if you don't have anyone to take care of you, you're taking care of yourself, because you won't be able to drive for about 2 weeks. Definitely get straws, because you won't be able to like drink like out of cups directly. Like you will pretty much have to sip through straws. Even like when you're eating your broth and everything, you're going to have to use a straw. You won't be able to utilize like any like sipping from a cup, sipping from a can, sipping from a bottle, anything of that nature. You won't be able to do. You will be numb unto your mouth and face for about 2 months, like I stated. So that was another reason why I wasn't able to eat, because I was unable to pretty much fill my mouth, 1. And 2, for a minute, you're not going to be able to open your mouth, because especially if you get jaw surgery, you're not going to be able to really open your mouth. When I was able to actually like eat, I still like, they was just basically like clearing me like at a point where it's like, hey, now, you know, you don't have to be like on a soft food diet. You can pretty much eat whatever you want to eat. It was just more so fuck whatever, like you can eat whatever you want to eat. You was only able to eat what you can eat, because you were still unable to, or I was still unable to like pretty much open my mouth. Like legit, like I was trying to eat like a burger, because when they was like, oh my God, like you can finally eat, I was like, oh my God, thank God, like I wanted some food. Girl, I tried to give me a burger. I couldn't open my mouth to eat it. I couldn't open my mouth to even really eat a chicken tender. But I'll say that you'll be able to eat regular, literally probably like within the next, like after your surgery, probably like 2 months later. Have lots of water. Make sure you hydrate yourself, especially when you're on the medications. When I was out of surgery, I was taking Oxy. They didn't give me like any perks or nothing. I was taking Oxy, especially because I was unable to use the bathroom too. So I was really needed a lot of water because I was unable to use the bathroom, y'all. And like I would like burp or like have gas or whatever, and it would like literally smell and taste like the fucking medicine. It was just so nasty and disgusting, to be honest. Like it was horrible. But you know, I got through it. I just want to also end this really by giving my trans girls some advice when it comes to like these FFS and these surgeries. Please do not, and when I repeat, please do not rush into any surgeries. Well, first of all, let me just say that when you get your FFS, you're not going to see your results until I'll say like 3 months down the line. Like me right now, I'm 3 months post-op and I still don't see my full results. But I'm very, very pretty much close to it. It isn't much healing that I pretty much have to do. I really just got to wait for my chin to heal, essentially. And my cheeks to go down just a smidge more. Like once my cheeks and everything go down, I believe my cheeks is going to be a little bit more prominent and my jaw is going to be much smaller and pointier. I'm still like swollen in my jaw. And they'll tell you when you go to your consultation that pretty much your jaw is going to be or your chin, I should say, is going to be it's going to take the longest to heal. Again, I'm still numb from my bottom lip down to my chin, and I'm still swollen, believe it or not. But nevertheless, I'm really happy with my result. I just want to say that you're not going to see anything until about your 3-month mark. Throughout the FFS process, I kept looking at myself probably week by week, day by day, and I was noticing something different, which something is going to look different during your transition. During your FFS process. Do not get caught up in what you see, because what you see you may like may be different later, and what you might not like will probably be different the next day or next week or whatever the case may be. Just trust the process. But I did want to say, for all my young trans girls out there, do not rush into your surgeries. Please allow your hormones and your transition to pretty much run its course. See what things you develop naturally and how your hormones really, attack your body. Go up on your estrogen. Make sure you continue to speak with your doctor or your endocrinologist about the progress of your transition. See what your estradiol levels are to see if you're reaching full feminization before you even think about surgery. I've been transitioning for about 4 years before I got my FFS surgery. I reached my full feminization when it came to my my estrogen and my testosterone levels. Like, as far as my hormones go, this was as feminine I was going to get. And at this point, I felt like, oh, okay, well, maybe it's time to go in to, get some surgeries and things of that nature done. Even when it comes to your breast, please do not rush into breast augmentations. Allow your your estrogen to pretty much work its course as well first. I remember early in my transition, I was probably transitioning for a year and a half. And I'm like, oh, okay, it's been long enough. I should have this, my boob should be this big by now. And it wasn't. And I was thinking about getting breast implants, but as I was like gaining weight and really like stepping into my womanhood and filling out a little bit more, my breasts got bigger. And I'm kind of glad that I didn't go in and get breast implants, because I was really thinking about getting like a really big CC. And I can only imagine now, if I would have got that big of a CC with the breast tissue that I naturally just developed, my boobs would have been too big and I would have hated my breasts and I would have been looking to get them reduced. And a lot of trans women that actually got breast implants early, and as they gained weight, filled out a little bit more because of the estrogen, they kind of regret actually getting such big breasts. Now their breast is a lot bigger than what they bargained for and what they originally got. Like, imagine you getting like a D cup, for your breast, and now you're at like a double, triple D because you got your breast done early. It's also not a physical thing that you should, that you have to kind of get used to. It's also a mental thing that you have to get used to, because your body is just changing. You have to really just step into your womanhood and allow yourself to become a woman. And just see what you like. Just adjust. You get what I'm saying? Transition, you go through so many different changes. Exhaust all options naturally that you can do for your transition before you get surgery, because you just don't want to get too much or end up looking botched. Some people rush into surgeries and they look crazy. I'm just saying, like, be patient with yourself and allow yourself to really, step into your womanhood. But I just wanted to run those things down really quickly because I was unable to fit them in the video, I realized, when I was editing. So I just wanted to put out part 2 to this and just answer the questions that I did not pretty much get a chance to really answer or explain in the video because I just didn't have enough time. I didn't want the video to be too long, and I didn't honestly have enough storage to pretty much add the video and edit it. If I didn't answer any questions in this video, in part 2 of this video, then please let me know. I'll either make another video or more than likely just answer them in the comments. You could always also DM me on Instagram. I'm pretty much looking at my DMs and answer pretty much all the girls that come in, you know, talk to me about any advice. I do not gatekeep whatsoever. I'm here to, you know, help all my trans girls because I would like the same help in return. Most of the stuff that I'm doing as far as these surgeries, I had to like literally locate and just do my own, you know, research myself and kind of just take a leap on faith. I don't really know too many people that is giving like suggestions, or I didn't know anyone that said, hey, I went here, you should go here, or give me any type of recommendations. I've been doing everything on my own, and because I didn't have the help, I really want to give the I want to help my community. Thank you so much for watching. Releasing that part 1 of that video was extremely scary. I've never been that vulnerable before on social media, especially with the way I was looking. Normally I love to, like, you know, be put together. Stop. So that was very, very different for me. I appreciate the love, the support, and I hope you guys enjoyed my vulnerability in this process, and I hope you guys learned something. Thank you guys for watching, and look, you guys, another thing, I got me a new baby. Look at my baby. This is Chai. I recently got him because I've always wanted a dog, but I really, really want a dog. He's a mini golden doodle. He's 3 months, and this is a new addition to the family. Say hi. Hi, Chai. But yeah, I love you all my bad bitches, and I'll see you in my next one.